And this is our monthly Vegan Spirituality Conference call. And Lisa is the founder of Vegan Spirituality, the Vegan Spirituality movement, which is really taking hold in the U.S.
Judy, thank you so much. I just want to let everyone know that now it's official. I officially have found like the sweet spot of the internet here, so I can actually I can see everyone. And I'm going to go ahead and make everybody on the public mic. So everyone, just do a little shout out so we can all hear you. Okay, if you could say hello and just shout out.
Hello. 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 Hi. Hi. Hello.
Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. I have to just thank you so very, very much. I appreciate your patience incredibly with us. I was having a little trouble finding both internet and phone reception at the same time. I think I found the one spot in this town. So thank you, Judy, for hanging on while we're getting started. And now I can see everyone. Everyone's on public mic. I'm going to go ahead and mute you so Judy can continue with the introduction, and then we'll go forward.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was excited about Vegan Spirituality and what a wonderful group it is that you've started, Lisa, and there's quite a few groups around that meet together physically in different towns. And you can find out more about those at veganspirituality.com. Lisa, do you want to introduce yourself and explain how the muting works and how to raise your hand?
Sure, I will do that. So what I'm doing during the call is I'll put everyone on mute, and then we'll have whenever we have a discussion period or a time for a question and answers, I will go ahead and unmute you so that you can speak. And that's the structure. In order to raise your hand, what you'll do is press 1 on your phone, or if you can see the social webinar, you can press the hand with the number 1 on it. Those are the two ways to make a comment. If you'd like to chat with us, there's also a little chat box if you're on the computer. If you're just on the phone, then that's fine too. You'll be able to hear everything that we're saying. And so a little bit about my background. I work for In Defense of Animals, and the Vegan Spirituality is part of our effort that we're calling the Sustainable Activism Campaign to offer emotional and spiritual resources for animal activists and animal lovers. And this Vegan Spirituality project has been going on for many years, and the intention of it is to offer a forum for community, a place for us to acknowledge our connection with veganism as part of our spiritual path. To dig a little deeper there, and to kind of uncover in a cooperative fashion the deeper meaning of vegan spirituality. So Judy, I'm going to let you go ahead from here. I'm going to mute myself because I'm hearing an odd echo. Yeah, so I'll do that so that echo will go away.
Okay. All right. We don't mind your echo. All right. I'm Judy Carman, and I have a couple of books out that are related to vegan spirituality and kind of how Lisa and I met. My book, Peace to All Beings, is filled with a lot of prayers for animals and meditations, and also a kind of research about how all the different religions at their core have the basic message of reverence for all life and basically the golden rule, which, as animal activists know, applies to all beings, not just to people. And then my other book is called The Missing Piece that I wrote with Tina Volpe, The Hidden Power of Our Kinship with Animals. With Will and Madeline Tuttle, I started the Circle of Compassion. It's circleofcompassion.org, and if you want to join that, I send out a weekly prayer every Monday, and you can sign up to receive that prayer on the Circle of Compassion website. And I also manage a Prayer Circle for Animals Facebook, which is really a lively place to go to put on any prayer that you want that relates to even a specific animal or a large group of animals. It's a nice community there. And then I wanted to, I wanted to be sure and say that we try to keep this to an hour because we know everybody's busy, and we so appreciate you joining us, because by joining us and our intention to raise consciousness about animals, raise consciousness among human beings about animals, and by being with us to pray for the animals, or if you prefer to use the word hold a vision, that adds so much power to it, to all of that work by us being together on this call. So we really appreciate your adding your energy to this important work. Now, so we will stop at in an hour from when you started. I'm in the Midwest, so it's 7:22 here, and we'll stop at 8 my time. And then if you want to stay on for another half hour, we'll have question and answer. And it'll be the same setup that Lisa explained by raising your hand. And we would love to hear from you if you can possibly stay on for another half hour. And I wanted to also let you know we have a guest tonight, Marga Birmingham.
Hi.
There she is, and she was with us. You might have already heard me say this. She was with us last month, and everybody enjoyed her guided meditation so much. Marga has been doing guided meditations for decades and lived in Brazil for many years and did a lot of studying of energy medicine and animal healing and healing of people. She's very, very skilled, and we're very, very blessed to have her with us tonight. So she's going to do a guided meditation in just a few minutes. Now, I don't know if Lisa's going to come on at all since she echoes, but I know she wanted to mention, so I'll do it for her, that you can start your own local vegan spirituality group. And Marga and I actually have one here in Lawrence, Kansas. And there's one in Hawaii, Florida, just all over the place. And if you want to do that, have a local group of your own where you can meet in person, we can help you with that. And the best place to start is at veganspirituality.com. And Lisa and I can both help you think of things to do during your meeting and all that sort of thing. So, and how to get people to come and all that. So I wanted to mention that. And then after Marga's meditation, we'll have about 20 minutes, well, maybe about 15 minutes, since we're running a little late, to discuss how does vegan spirituality, back up. How does your own spiritual path help you with veganism and animal rights? So that's our question for tonight. And after Marga is finished, then that is what we'll discuss until the end of the hour. So now I will turn the mic over to Marga, and thank you all very much for being with us. Marga?
Hi, everyone. So my name is Margaret Birmingham. Everybody calls me Marga, and I will be conducting a brief healing meditation for all of us. I would like to know if everybody can hear me well, if you can just show that to Lisa. I don't know if it's possible. If you can hear me, okay. Lisa, is that possible to know if they can hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. If you have, it's a little bit muted, so if you do have direct access to your phone, just to speak right into your phone, that would probably be the best thing. But if not, you can use a headset. It's just a little easier for people to hear right on the phone.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yes.
That does sound
okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So usually when I conduct meditations, I have music in the background, heavenly music, spiritual music. So, but in this kind of setting here, I don't know how to do that. Anyway, what I would like to invite everybody now, as we embark on a healing journey, is to take a deep breath. Close your eyes and start breathing in and out. And relax. Go to your heart and start feeling your heartbeat. Your heart center, your heart chakra is the center of your spirituality. That's where you have your intuition. That's the seat of your soul, your heart chakra. Continue breathing in and out and start to relax your arms and your hands. Relax your legs, your neck and shoulders. And affirm to yourself, I am a full relaxation of all of my energies, and I am always safe. As you continue to relax, remember that breath is a powerful tool for helping you to be fully present in your body. And as we take this journey to healing, acknowledge the higher power that is within you. And do this in your own way, in your own words, quietly for a moment. As you continue to relax, remember that you have a light body where you travel into the spirit realm during meditation or while you sleep at night. In your light body, you often travel to greater realms doing work of a higher activity. It is in your light body that we will take this journey together. I'd like you to imagine that you are walking up a golden stairwell. You're walking up this golden stairwell steps that lead you to higher realms of consciousness that are made up of pure gold. Imagine infinite light on either side of this stairwell. And as you see yourself walking up these golden steps, visualize just ahead, above of you, that there is a beautiful being of light waiting for you on one of these golden steps. As you arrive at that place, that being is standing. He takes one of your hands and places his arm around your waist. And you find that you begin to gently levitate now as this being ascends you up this golden stairwell and starts to float up those golden steps. Arriving at the top step ahead, there is a tube of golden light, a shaft of golden light that being starts to walk you through. On the other end of this shaft of golden light, you arrive at a paradise of perfection. Lands of eternal bliss. Imagine now that you are walking out of this golden shaft of light, and it is a midsummer day, and arrived in beautiful gardens. And in these gardens, there is a magnificent crystal temple of light. You find yourself walking through the pathways, and you notice that there are other humans here in their light bodies. You notice a golden glow around your own body. You notice other beings of light walking with others in the beautiful gardens. And your being of light guides you toward the crystal temple. You walk up the steps of this crystal temple, and as you enter this magnificent temple of light, you notice that you are surrounded by the light bodies of millions and millions of other activists, animal healers, animal rescuers, veterinarians, animal lovers, every one of them in their light bodies. So light bodies don't take any space, it's just energy. And you see that golden glow around you in all these little bodies with golden glow energy. We all create a circle, many and many layers of circle inside this temple of light. And from the top of the ceiling of this crystal temple descends upon us this magnificent green golden energy. Green energy of healing and golden energy of wisdom. We continue to breathe, and we feel and we sense and we can see with our inner eyes this glowing golden and green energy bathing all of our bodies now and healing us. And during this process, you ask your being of light in your highest self, your higher self, to heal you of all the issues that you have throughout all of your bodies that need healing right now, on your mental body, your emotional body, your etheric body, and your physical body. I'm going to stop for a few seconds, and while you will be working on your healing, and you bring to this being of light and your highest and highest self all the issues that require healing right now in your whole life. And I will continue in just a few seconds. And you start to feel now that you are becoming calmer, more relaxed, less anxious, trusting life on a deeper level. You start to increase your faith. You feel in your sense that here on earth, on the physical level, your physical body is feeling more relaxed, healthier, and at the same time in your light body, in this other realm of light, you feel in your sense that healing is taking place on many levels throughout all of your divine being. A sense of gratitude emerges from your heart. And as you sense and you feel this healing and you feel this gratitude, we always start now to feel in our hearts this immense, endless compassion, unconditional love that brings forth this energy and sends this energy now to the center of this crystal temple where we are all now creating with our thoughts, a thought form of the planet, the whole planet Earth, Mother Earth. And we can see and envision in the middle of this crystal temple, Mother Earth, with all its kingdoms, the animal, the vegetable, the mineral, the elemental kingdom. And from our heart chakras now we start to send forth green and golden healing energy to the planet, to all its kingdoms, unconditional love, compassion. And we start to focus on the animal kingdom now. And each one of us now has our focus today for healing. Some of us think about the animals that are suffering now at laboratories, circuses, being slaughtered, or in China, Korea, the animals that are being killed on those fur farms, and many other animal farms in China, Korea, and all the Middle East. So each one of us has now a goal. Animals we want to heal, specific animals. So let's just take a moment to each one of us create a goal for today, a focus for animal healing. And with this focus, we start to send forth this golden green energy from our hearts to planet Earth, directing this energy to all these animals. As we also remember to send this healing energy to the souls of millions and millions of animals that are being slaughtered and killed right now, so that their transition to the spirit world can be smooth, gentle, and loving. And we send them our forgiveness, asking, begging for forgiveness for what we are doing to them as human beings. As we promise to dedicate as much as we can and wish our lives to help them, to support them, to protect them, to be their voice. And we connect again with our heart center. We take a deep breath again. One more breath. And one more. And from the depths of our heart center, now, we send forth divine healing energy toward the minds, the hearts, and the souls of all those people who kill, mutilate, hurt, neglect, cause injury to the animals of the earth. And we send out this prayer to all these human beings, highest selves and higher selves. We send out this prayer so that they can be touched by these drops of energy we're sending out, like seeds of light, seeds of love, reverence for life, unconditional love, compassion, and respect. We are sending these seeds of love, seeds of all this energy toward these beings via their highest self and their higher selves. Praying for them, praying for their awakening to the reality of compassion. And we continue doing this now for a minute or two in silence. And we feel and we sense that the beings of light that are supporting us today are helping us. And we know that we are planting, and we just planted these energy seeds in their hearts and minds that one day will germinate. And we will continue doing that through prayer and through example and through action. We take another deep breath. Another one. And one more. And we look around and we start to see that we are now ready to leave this temple of light, this crystal temple, and all those light bodies of all those activists and animal lovers and rescuers are leaving the temple too. And we start walking out the temple, going back into that golden stairway with our being of light supporting us, holding our hand, and still holding our waist. And we start to levitate again, go down that stairway. And we get to the bottom of that stairway, to the last step. And when we get there, we say goodbye to our being of light, and we gently and very calmly start to come back into the physical reality, physical realm of the planet. We breathe, and very slowly each one of us starts to feel that we are anchoring back in our physical bodies. We start to feel our legs, our feet on the ground. We can move our arms and hands. And very gently and softly, we start opening our eyes in the location where each one of us is. On April 12th, 2015. And we are fully back and present. Thank you.
Marga, thank you very, very much. That was just wonderful, and it's so perfect for what we're doing here in our vegan spirituality community, where we all realize that we need healing ourselves, as you touched on that, and yet we also want to be a force for good and for sending out love to all the animals of the world and encouragement and getting our message to them that we will never give up until they're all free. And your meditation was just perfect for all of that, and I just thank you so much. And I wanted to also tell everyone that Marga has a beautiful website. Marga, can you tell us what that website is?
Yes, it's it's drmarga.org. Very simple. drmarga.org, and I also have a new Facebook specifically for our work, and it's very new, and it's Dr. Marga. Let me see the address, because I just set it up, and I am still learning. Give me a second. I will tell you right now, because it's very, very, very new. Okay, and my website is www. Excuse me. Facebook.com/Dr. Marga Birmingham. Excuse me. So it's www.facebook.com/Dr. Marga Birmingham. If you go to my website, you will have that information.
Okay.
And we need lots of likes, because we are uploading lots of petitions and lots of videos on animal rescue. So we need a lot of likes.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Marga, and hopefully we can have you back again soon. It's time now to move on to our question. And so Lisa will now be helping. If you press on a number to raise your hand, then she will unmute you, and you can address this question. How does your own spiritual path help you with veganism and animal rights? So do we have anybody?
On your phone, and then
there?
we'll be able to see that you have comments.
Oh. I don't know. I just heard Lisa talk for a little bit, and then she vanished. So, we will work these bugs out eventually. Lisa, are you there? Well, since we don't hear her, I'm not sure what may have happened.
Mm-hmm.
I have something that I could read that is relevant to the question, and now I'm echoing, it sounds like. This is from Beth Redwood, who wrote a wonderful chapter for my book, The Missing Piece, and I just love what she said, and it addresses the question very well. So I'll read this, and hopefully Lisa will come back to us pretty soon. Okay, Beth says, every spiritual value I hold dear has been enhanced through the daily mindful practice of choosing compassionate, cruelty-free meals. Veganism honors the heart of the divine feminine because it extends tender, loving care toward all beings. It respects the dignity of the bond between a mother and her child and abstains from harming that child or ingesting products obtained from exploiting and abusing the female body. Compassionate consumption is the manifestation of Gaia consciousness, in that a plant-based diet is the most powerful step we can take toward caring for the planet. And she goes on, it is the alignment of my personal will with a vision of a world of light, love, peace, harmony, and unity, in which all life is revered and embraced with loving kindness. Being vegan is an everyday blessing, she says. It's a gift that I seemingly give to animals, yet it gives back to me 100-fold. The Bible says, as you sow, so shall you reap. And as I extend peace, love, and goodwill toward others, those qualities return to me. The practice of veganism is the everyday blessing of the joy of expressing a loving heart, the wholeness of making my actions consistent with my beliefs, the peace of living in harmony with all beings. My energy feels lighter, brighter, and I'm more aware of my oneness with the beauty and blessings of life. It's as though something that had been broken is now healed, and I've awakened to a new life, a life in which I've come home to my true self. And I just love that. So that would be Beth's answer probably to this question: how does your own spiritual path help you with veganism and animal rights? And let me see if Lisa is with us. May have
to let you know, never fear. I'm actually, just trust that I'm here, even if you can't hear me, because the reception is kind of very random where I am at the moment. So if you
has anybody raised their hand?
No one has raised their hand yet. I will let you know. If somebody does, I will unmute them and they can go ahead and share. So we would love to hear what you have to say about this question that Judy asked. Just simply press number 1, and then we'll be alerted that you have a question, and I will unmute you.
Well, if we don't have any questions coming up, I'll address that question myself. I think for me, I started on a spiritual path after a personal trial, as so many people do, and but I had already become an animal rights activist. And at first they didn't seem that connected, but the more I studied spirituality and the core of so many religions that says love one another at the very basis, it dawned on me that my spirituality could not only strengthen my ability to be an animal activist, but it would also add another action that I could take, which is to pray for the animals. And some people don't like to use the word pray, so focused thought is another really good phrase for that, which basically addresses the idea that we attract what we think about the most, which is a well-received, well-liked idea, and many people have been able to prove just that the more we focus on something, then the closer it comes to us. And so I like to say we're attracting animal liberation with our thoughts of animal liberation and envisioning what that's like. And so while many people may think spirituality is kind of woo-woo and not real relevant to the hard work of getting out there and protesting, it gives me a place within my heart to find peace, and also a faith that by holding this vision of ours of animals being liberated, that we're actually doing that, and that doing activism alone, like protests and that sort of thing, without holding the vision, we may not get there. So to me, the two go hand in hand, the spirituality and the activism. Have any hands raised, Lisa?
No hands at the moment, but I do want to say that, Judy, that was beautiful what you shared, and also the quote from Beth. I think the two together are very enlightening. If people don't have any comments of their own, we'll still hold the lines open. Then we can move directly into doing the closing and then the questions. So let's see if anyone has anything they'd like to share about their own spiritual beliefs and how they affect their activism and their spirituality. Please share them.
And we're just about to the end of the hour, and so we could go to question and answers, right? In other words, various questions or various topics. Mm-hmm. Would you like me to close with a prayer?
Please do.
Okay. This is one that I actually saw online. Open Rescue sent it out a while back, and it was adapted from a Buddhist saint, and I modified it a little bit myself to include all farmed animals, not just factory farmed animals. So here it is. It's written like a Buddhist prayer, and it really has some beautiful, beautiful sentiments in it and power. May all of us bless the billions of sentient beings in factory farms who will never feel the sun on their backs. And may all of us bless those who may not live in cages, but who are at the mercy of owners who steal their eggs, milk, and finally their lives. And may we bless those who will never feel the grass under their feet or the warmth of their mother. May those who imprison them and who profit from their deaths awake in perfect compassion and equanimity. May the billions awaiting death not be filled with fear. At the time of death, may their minds dwell in the blissful clear light, and may they achieve perfect enlightenment. May those who crave the flesh of precious sentient beings never desire it again. May those who turn a blind eye to the suffering of non-human sentient beings finally see. May we see that their suffering is directly linked to our own, and may we do whatever we can to end it. May all living beings be free of delusion, ignorance, hatred, and greed. May we never enslave our fellow sentient beings again. May we achieve perfect equanimity, free of aversion, hatred, greed, and ignorance. In short, may all sentient beings, human and non-human, achieve perfect enlightenment immediately. May all of us bless the billions of precious sentient beings in farms whose lives are filled with sadness, stress, suffering, and death. May we never give up until all are free. For as long as space endures and as long as living beings remain, until then, may I too abide to dispel the misery of the world. May all go vegan for all sentient beings and the earth. I thought that was really so well written and so straight from the heart.
Thank you so much, Judy, for reading this touching, beautiful prayer. I really am grateful for this prayer.
Yeah, I am too. Well, our hour is up, and so anyone who can stay on the call, we would love to have you stay, and we'll just open it up for random questions and answers. Lisa, are you there?
Yes, I am here. I don't see anyone asking any questions. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, fabulous. So if anyone has any general questions that you'd like or comments you'd like to share, this would be the time to do that. Just press 1 on your phone, and then I'll unmute you so you can share.
And we'd love to have feedback, other things you might like to hear about, special guests you might like us to invite, subjects you'd like us to address. Our next Vegan Spirituality call will be on, is it Lisa? Do you have that?
It'll be on the 10th. It'll be Mother's Day. And I'll lead a program for Mother's Day on that day.
Okay.
And,
so the second Sunday.
Yes, on the second Sunday of the month. And I don't see anyone offering any questions, so I'm wondering if we might want to, close our call together. And well, let's see. So, hello everyone. It's just so lovely that you could join us this evening. We do apologize for the technical glitch, but hopefully going forward it will be very smooth. And I just wanted to, we do have a question at the moment. Right before we close out, let me go ahead and, this is M is the name of this caller. So I'm going to go ahead and, if you'd like to ask your question, M, you can.
Does everybody hear me?
Yes,
yes.
I can hear you. Uh-huh.
Okay. My question is that how, on a daily basis, when you do this kind of work or you work at a sanctuary or those kinds of things, how should we, or how could you try to get through the day when you're working there or when you visit, like, or at the animal shelter, like, get through that without just breaking down and just feeling like you're just so saddened by this and that that I think about it all the time, like when I'm driving or, when I go to work or anything. And it's really hard for me to not think about that. Even when I'm praying at night, I feel like I'm praying, but, I know it's never going to happen.
I think you put the challenge very, very well, and that is what is so unique to our work as animal activists, is that we, on the one hand, feel this wonderful connection to animals that enlivens us and helps us see the truth of what life is all about, and yet then we are also seeing the way animals are treated in this society. And it's heartbreaking at the same time that we're feeling this soulful connection to these wonderful beings. And I think Marga and Lisa would agree that that's one reason we feel that having a spiritual component to our activism helps us as well as the animals. And I know for me, like, for example, you're driving down the road and there's a truck in front of you full of animals going to slaughter, pigs or cows, and it just tears at you. And you want to step out in front of the truck and stop it, and you know that there's nothing you can do, and it's so hard. But what I have done is I've developed a way to kind of mind meld with them and let them know that we're here, we're not going to give up, we're going to keep doing everything each one of us can, whatever that special thing is, until they're all free. And but also another really good thing I think to do is to try to help them go to a happy place in their minds. And I do believe that they can feel us sending them love.
Yeah.
And so we can. I was on an animal rescue one time, and these trainers were there, and the dogs. This was a tornado thing, and the dogs were all barking every time anybody made the slightest move. And they said, everyone, whenever you go near those dogs, don't think about what they've been through or how sad you feel for them. Think about how lucky they are that they're here, they have food, water, and we're going to reunite them with their families. And as soon as everybody started doing that, the dogs got very calm. It was amazing. And so ever since then, I have started doing that when I see animals whom I can't physically help, and send them that, those good messages. And it's hard. It's definitely hard, but that's what we're trying to help everybody with. And the In Defense of Animals sustainable activism thing that offers counseling, free counseling, is a wonderful service. And so those are just a few comments. I don't want to take up all the time. Lisa, Marga?
Yes, I would like to add something. What has helped me is to focus on my purpose. Whenever I have to go through a situation, like how you described and Judy described, and when we are doing the rest, hands-on, and we are feeling many times impotent with all the things that are around us, we cannot do anything. For me, what I learned is through spirituality is to focus my attention on what is the most important to me, and which is my life purpose and my mission. And understand that wherever my focus is, that will expand. So I also do what Judy does. I send out prayers and I talk to them. We can all talk. We know that we talk to them. We telepathically. And I obviously call the beings of light, and they are their own divas and angels, because all animals have divas and angels, even though some people don't believe, but they do. And I work with that. And I connect, and I send out prayers. And those prayers, that energy of prayer, is an energy. It's a magnetic energy that goes through your crown chakra, okay, on top of your head. That energy is used by the beings of light to help. And do what Judy said. Send them the information, the feeling and the connection, saying that, I'm working for you, and I will work to my last breath for you and for all of you. And then focus on your work. Try as much as you can to detach from the abusers. There's something that we cannot do sometimes. There are many things we cannot do, which is deal with the abuser. We cannot deal directly, with the corporations. We know we are impotent, but we are not impotent to pray, and we are not impotent to focus the attention on the whatever animal we have in front of ourselves, and focus. And that's what I learned also with lots of rest work, and veterinarians that work at rescue centers. They say we gotta focus. We cannot get in. Judy said that you don't get into the animal suffering per se, and you don't instigate, or you don't accelerate, or that suffering. Instead of that, you say, and I wrote a book on animal and positive affirmations to heal animals, right? So you have to use those positive affirmations. I am here. I love you. All is well. Now you are safe. And that's what we have to tell them. From now on, life changes for you. And tell them the main word, the key phrase is you are safe. And another one, all is well. And say that nonstop. And if they are very injured, all those situations we know, and during the process of recovery, okay, the rehab, always say, like, for example, you can walk, you can fly, your wing is healing, you are perfect, your knee is perfect, you can walk, and just talk to the animal and motivate the animal for healing. And show the animal that the animal is loved, protected, safe, all is well, and that he or she, the animal, can do it. It's like using all those techniques we learned in positive affirmation for human beings. I wrote a book just on that for animals. And so we use the same affirmations, like you can see, you can hear, all is well, we're doing it, we're doing this together, and I love you. I love you. And then you will start feeling that you are healing yourself, because you are not focusing on the misery, on the suffering, yet you are focusing on the healing that you are providing. And then just release the light, release whatever you understand as consciousness, God, whatever you call, release the divine beings of light, whatever you call them, the justice, the human justice with the abuser. This is divine work. It's not our business. Obviously, some organizations have their legal departments, obviously, and they know what to do. But some of us don't deal with that. We don't, right? And that's when we feel desperately impotent. Okay, my dear? Focus on your life purpose and on your mission, and just tell the animal, many, many times throughout the whole process, all is well. I love you, and you are safe now. And create your positive affirmations, like if there's a broken whatever, you say your hip is healing, your spine is perfect, you can move. These are the important things to tell them, because when we say these things to them, we change their belief system about themselves, their cellular memory. Say, oh, I can walk. I thought that I couldn't anymore. And sometimes you heal an animal, just a positive affirmation.
And you can do that when you pray at night as well?
Mhm. Okay. Well, thank you. Okay, my dear.
Are we still on? Yeah. Okay.
I am here.
Yeah. I wanted to add something. Do we have another question, Lisa?
No other questions. You can go ahead.
Okay. To M, I was going to say, somebody asked me to create a prayer to say when we went by a meat counter, because it's so upsetting to do that. And I thought, wow, that's really important. And I thought, and then one day, without thinking, it came to me, this very short prayer that I can remember. That's the good part. And it's simply this. I look at the meat. I used to look away. Now I look at the meat counters, and I look at the packages, and I say, I see you, and I love you. And by saying I see you, I mean I see who you really are. And even though a lot of people don't, they see you as a package or a piece of meat or a product to sell. I see you. I know who you are, and I love you. And at first I was doing that. I was thinking, okay, this is for them, and it is, but it has helped me so much to be able to say that and to look at the meat and acknowledge it and actually, in a way, give a little memorial for them, to honor them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everyone else is walking by or buying it. So those two little phrases have helped me tremendously, and I've also used it at other times when I've seen animals, that are still alive, but in bad situations. So that's another thought.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for sharing this beautiful prayer.
Oh, sure, Marga. Thanks. Thanks for thanking me. It really it just came to me, and it has been such a blessing to me ever since. Partly because I can remember it, because it's so short, and but there's something powerful about it. It really eases my heart, and I believe that it affects the animals in a really profound way.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's where spirituality comes in, is at recognizing that connection that we have that is beyond words, beyond the physical.
Mhm. Yeah, that's with the spiritual. We are connecting with the animal soul, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, Lisa, do we have anybody else?
There's hands being raised. So unless anybody does want
I couldn't hear you.
The question and answer.
So I didn't hear everything that you said. Are we getting any questions?
No other questions at the moment.
Okay. Well, it's almost time. Shall we close out? Or Lisa, did you have something you wanted to say?
I think that's a good idea, just to kind of honor everyone's time, and if no one has any other suggestions, any other comments, then we can close it.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa, very much for dealing with this while you were on the road.
Can you hear me, Judy?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Judy, can you hear me okay?
Yeah? Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Lisa, can you hear me now?
I think she's off again.
Yeah, I think so, too. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you. Whoever's still on, thank you for joining us, and we hope that you join us a month from now on the second Sunday of the month.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much.
Blessings
Bye.
to all.
Bye.
Bye.